And we welcome you back to Blacksburg. We're here, Dave Christ Field. While we are away, Carroll County won the toss, elected to receive. And we see the Blacksburg coverage unit for the second time in 2 games out to start the field.
Well, we'll see the high-powered offense of Carroll County right off the bat. I know Coach Sheeler has worked hard with the defense in trying to find a way to stop this high-powered offense. They've put up a lot of yardage through the air, some through the ground, just enough to keep it balanced. Again, the key for Blacksburg tonight, I believe, is going to be to get pressure on number 6.
Ready to kick off for the Bruins is Carson Wise.
And Carson Wise tees the ball off at the 40. The Bruins are kicking from left to right, going into the sun, as we're getting ready for the start of game number 2 of Blacksburg High School's 2013 season. Wise's arm is up, and as he approaches the ball. End over end kick. It's a little shorter, lands at the 5. Taken by Carroll County returner. Blasted up the middle, where he is met by a wall of defenders.
Yeah, it looks like number 60, Joe Lucas, was the first one in there. He's sort of the wedge buster there, and he busted through the wedge and made the initial contact to the carrier.
The returner was Josh Blankenship, the wing back, as spotlit by you, Brett. So here we're going to see Carroll County starting the ball at their own 21, 1st and 10. And let's see what this Blacksburg defense, who had a very impressive outing against a high-powered Giles attack, can do against Carroll County.
They did. It looks like Go Force lined up against Duncan Reese right now.
Quick run outside to Blankenship. He gets a little bit of a hole out across the 25 to about the 27.
Good job there. Number 11 by Blacksburg, Zach Tresser came up to make the tackle there.
So that was about a gain of 5, 2nd and 5 for Carroll County. And again, we were talking about it. It will be interesting, especially on passing downs, how much they go to Duncan Reese.
He's definitely their favorite target.
Man in motion, and they're going to hand it off to Blankenship off the right-hand side again, met by the entire defensive line for Blacksburg. Great penetration there, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4.
It's a good job by the defense. I think they're trying to catch our defense off guard. We've talked a lot about the pass. They're just trying to throw those runs in there to sort of set up something coming back.
Third down and 4 for the Cavaliers. If Blacksburg can get a 3 and out here, would be big momentum booster to start the game.
Big momentum boost. Right now the ball's on the 28-yard line. You have a punt. You maintain your field position at that point.
Lundy's in the shotgun. Man in motion's Blankenship. They run a reverse, and that's snuffed out by the defense. That was going around to Ethan Underwood. Nothing going.
Great job.
And that's going to be 4th down.
Great job. That's total discipline by that defense. He came back through. Zach Tresser was there. Morgan McCoy, Ethan Goforth. Great job of staying at home. And you have to do that against a wing T offense. Same thing as a single wing. The ball's moving around. You have to maintain your responsibilities, and they did a wonderful job there.
And for the first time tonight, we'll see Cavalier punter Chase Goins back there on a 4th and 6. Good snap is back, and he gets the punt away. It's a high, short punt. McCoy waves off, and it's going to take a huge Blacksburg bounce and downed at the Cavalier 39. Big opportunity for the Bruins.
Big opportunity. Great field position here. The punt team there for Carroll County is sort of a non-traditional setup. They take their offensive line and spread them out all the way across the field to open things up. Punter just did not get a very good punt off right there.
So as promised, we're going to see sophomore quarterback Isaac Johnston come into the game as the officials talk about whether or not there was a fake fair catch signal or waving his team off.
Yeah, that's there's definitely laundry on the field, and it looks like they're going to move them back. I think Morgan was meaning to tell his players to get away from the ball. The officials took it as he was calling a fair catch, and so I'm not exactly sure it's a pretty significant penalty. That backs us up to the Blacksburg 42.
So they're gonna mark that penalty back to the Blacksburg 42, which would be about a 20-yard loss, 15-yard loss. The penalty goes back to where he called the fair catch.
Wow.
So Johnston comes out, I formation. Snap goes back, and it's a play action, rolling right. And he runs out, hits Corbin Hendricks out of the backfield, but that's going to be no gain. 2nd and 10.
Good defense there. Good defense. Carroll County runs like a 4-3 defense. Good coverage on the back coming out into the flats there.
So 2nd and 10 on that pretty crushing penalty. You could tell that all the coaches on the Bruins sideline not happy with that call.
Not happy at all, and I think Morgan was confused as well. He wasn't happy either.
So here's Johnston lining up in the I formation. Shelton is deep back. And movement along the line, the refs are going to blow this one dead. We're going to see who they call this one on. Linesman signaling encroachment.
Yeah, it looked to me like almost half of the defensive line had jumped, and then number 82 for Carroll County got in there and actually made contact.
So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty on Carroll County defensive end Hunter Hoback, a 6'1", 180 senior. So it's going to make all the yardage back slowly but surely. 2nd and 5 for Blacksburg.
We'll take it.
Johnson in the I formation again. Hands off right up the middle to Shelton, where he is stopped going nowhere by big number 36.
This Carroll County defense is, sort of daring this Blacksburg team to throw. I mean, they're packing probably 7 kids in the box, and it's leaving the middle wide open down through. I guess they're trying to get pressure in.
15 seconds on the play clock. A late substitution. And there's a little confusion. Ethan Goforth coming in and out. 7 seconds. This was a problem last time, and we're going to see if Blacksburg has to burn a timeout.
Yeah.
And they do. So Blacksburg uses its first timeout of the game at 8:15 to go in the first quarter. Let's pause now. 15 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Blacksburg High School Football on ESPN Radio, AM 1430, WKEX Blacksburg, W231 BC Christiansburg, and Classic Hits 101.3 WZFM Narrows. So a quick game summary now. Carroll County wins the toss, gets the first kickoff of the game. 3 and out. Great stop by Blacksburg. After a bad punt, we think Blacksburg gets the ball in Carroll County's own 40. But after a interesting, I think we should say, call from the officials, saying that Morgan McCoy called a fair catch instead of waving his team off, they backed them up 20 yards to the Bruins' own 40.
Yeah, that's not a call you see very often. I can't recall the last time that I've actually seen that call, to be honest. But it looks like, 3rd and 6 now. Got to get something happening here.
3rd and 6 for Johnston. He has Bornstedt split out wide to his right. And he's looking that way. Throws a slant over the middle to Bornstedt, and that's batted down, but there's a flag on the field. The man in coverage was Blake Dalton for Carroll County.
There was definitely some contact. They've got those cornerbacks sort of right up against the receiver, sort of jamming them right off the line, trying to disrupt Blacksburg's timing. That particular time, it looks like he was holding on to him pretty good, trying to keep Bornstedt from breaking free, because if he broke free, he was gone. They're packing so many up top. The middle was wide open.
And they call holding on Carroll County, giving Blacksburg a first down. And that's a big pickup on a first down, but you can't really blame the 5'10", 146 senior corner going up against the 6'6" giant in Bornstedt.
Well, they're gonna be physical with our receivers. They're gonna try to keep them off the ball. You can tell the way their defense is set up here to begin with. They are going to be physical. They're going to come after us. 3
wide receivers for Johnston. Hendricks the lone back. Johnston drops back to pass. He's going deep. He has Bornstedt. It's caught down at the 15. A big pitch and catch from Isaac Johnston to Caleb Bornstedt. Quarterback to quarterback connection. But there is a flag on the play. And it's going to be a holding. Then they're going to bring this one back. That was initially about a 40-yard gain, but that's going to be taken back And we're going to see a 1st and 20.
Well, that's a shame. That was a beautiful throw and beautiful catch by Bornstead. I mean, they had great coverage. Blake Dalton was on Bornstead like a glove, but Bornstead was able to come down with the ball. Great play, and unfortunately, it's going to come back because of a penalty.
And a long way to go.
So it's going to be a 1st and 20 for Blacksburg. Now they're back inside their own territory at their own 43.
7:50 to go here in the first quarter.
Johnston under center. Hendricks the lone back. Gets a snap off, hands it to Hendricks, and he bounces off a tackle, tries to break it outside where he is stopped in his tracks. That was
Brought down by Josh
the
Blankenship.
safety, Josh Blankenship.
Yep, looks like number 9 coming up, or 29 coming up on the tackle.
So it's going to be now 2nd down and even longer, 22 for the Bruins.
That's a lot of yardage to make up right there. We got a chance, though, because, all it's going to take is one play because they're packing so many up top. If we can connect on something down the field a little bit, we can pick up a lot of this yardage back.
And Brad, is it surprising to you that they're putting so many guys in the box, considering the way that the Bruins succeeded against Giles was the pass?
Right. It does surprise me, actually. And some of the things that I've seen, they played more of a traditional 4-3.
And yet another play, as we were discussing, Blacksburg has to take another timeout. This one at 6:55 left in the first quarter. That's 2 on this drive as they couldn't quite get the play in.
That's costly, and sometimes that does. We do still have some young players out there, and sometimes that does come with youth. But at this point, most of these players have played, even though they're young. They've played, so they're sort of conditioned to this, and sort of frustrating to see them have to burn 2 timeouts this early on in the game.
And we saw it happen, not quite to this extent, but they had to burn 2 out of their 3 first half timeouts against Giles last game early on.
That's right. Well, and I think, you make a great play and then you come back, you get that penalty, you lose that momentum. And football's such a game of momentum. It's amazing. They talk about football being a game of inches, and it is, but it's also a game of momentum as well.
So we're going to see Blacksburg trot back out on the field in this beautiful night in
beautiful.
Blacksburg, Virginia. We've been lucky with the weather, haven't we?
We have. It definitely, this morning when I woke up, it definitely felt like fall.
So Johnson under center. He drops back, looking to his left. He's going to fire this one deep. He has his man open, the dive, and he can't make the play intended for Jack Hale, running about a corner route towards the far sideline.
That was a good toss. It just a little bit out of the reach of Jack Hale to make. And if it gets fairly close, Jack's going to come up with most of those. That would have been a good one for us to connect on for sure.
The ball looked overthrown, and it was a heck of a job by Hale just to make an effort.
Yes.
He got a hand on it.
Yes.
So it's 3rd and 26 now, 6:49 to go in the first quarter. Blacksburg has the ball at their own at their own 39.
Got Bornstead out to the wide left.
Shotgun snap to Johnson. He's looking right all the way. He's going to chuck it up deep, looking for go forth. That ball's overthrown by about 5 yards, 4th down.
Yeah, I don't know if there was some confusion there. It looked like Ethan sort of broke to the middle, almost like a post pattern there, and maybe Isaac thought that he was going on the fly, but.
So the game's going to remain scoreless as we're going to see Carson Wise, the all-everything punter, on the field.
Carson's one of the best in the business. He's definitely one of the best around this area.
Good snap to Wise as he gets it away. It's a spiraling kick, lands at the 30, but takes a huge Bruins bounce. Returner lets it go, and it's going to stop dead at the Carroll County 11. What a punt from Wise.
It's a good punt. I'm sure he'd like to have a little bit more hang time on it, but it did what it had to do. Once it hit the ground, it rolled a good ways, and again, being able to win the battle of field position is important. That's one thing that Blacksburg struggled with so much against Giles is we never could quite get the advantage on field position. Tonight, we're getting that advantage, but we got to take advantage of it.
And so now Carroll County coming out in the shotgun with big wide receiver Duncan Reese spread out wide right. Man in motion as Lundy hands it up the middle. A little bit of a misdirection play. Not going for much. Didn't fool anyone. It's going to gain of a yard. 2nd and 9.
Very surprising to me. I've watched film and things on this team, and I saw them throw probably 70% of the time. They haven't thrown the ball one time yet tonight.
It is quite interesting. Maybe they thought that when Giles had a little bit of success on the ground 2 weeks ago, maybe they could find a couple holes, but there's been nothing so far.
Yeah.
As we're going to see Connor Lundy in the shotgun yet again.
Here comes the pass.
He's rolling out to his left, firing towards the sideline, caught, and he's still going across the 40 out to the 47. Knocked out of bounds by Morgan McCoy.
Yeah, he probably ended up getting about 10 more yards after the reception on that particular play. And it's just a sort of simple out route, and that's sort of what they'll do to you, though. They'll bait you in with that run, and then boom. It's a good-looking throw by that quarterback.
That was a great throw from Lundy there, rolling to his left. He's right-handed, so he's kind of had to make a weird throw to the sideline. Got it there. Shotgun snap. Lundy's rolling to his right this time. He's looking for Reese, who's caught it. He's tackled out of bounds by Goforth at the 40. There's a flag down on the field, though.
Yeah, it looks like right where the point of contact is. I don't know if maybe he was close to the out-of-bounds line, and they're saying he might have hit him out of bounds or what there.
So again, another big-time connection to, this time, Reese from Lundy.
You know, it's hard to get pressure on him when he's getting the snap. He's rolling immediately. It's hard to get pressure on a quarterback like that. Yeah.
And they're going to call a dead ball personal foul. And that's a close one.
Yeah, that was close. I mean, it's all the way over on the other side of the field, so it's hard to see. But, it just looked to me like that was football. But
so that's going to be now in Blacksburg's 27-yard line. Carroll County driving. Man in motion as they hand it to Underwood. And another flag on the field as Underwood gains about 4 yards. The Zebras...
They definitely are putting the laundry on the field tonight. It almost seems like every other play we're getting a yellow flag out there. I guess the one good thing about this for the Bruins, it's against Carroll County this time.
And finally we see one go against Carroll County. And it's going to be one for illegal motion. So that's going to back them up 5 yards, 1st and 15 now. From the 32 of the Bruins. And this is where, if we recall, against Giles, Blacksburg's defense held its own.
Yes,
held its own in the red zone.
They did. They bend it, but they didn't break.
And Lundy doesn't like what he sees as they head to the line of scrimmage, calls Carroll County's first timeout. So, the third timeout in a rather herky-jerky first quarter. 5:20 to go. Game still tied at 0. We're going to step aside for a quick break. You're listening to Blacksburg High School Football on ESPN Blacksburg, AM 1430, FM 94.1, and Classic Hits 101.3.
Dude.
Dude,
pick it up.
pick it up.
Pick it up.
Pick it up.
Pick it up, Blacksburg.
Blacksburg High School playing Carroll County. Carroll County just took its first timeout. We're 5:20 left in the first quarter with Carroll County driving inside Blacksburg 30. Snap goes back to Lundy, and he's going to throw a screen to Reese. Catches it over the middle. He gets a first down. He's across the 10, and when he gets dragged down inside the 10-yard line, but yet again, another flag on the field.
Another penalty. I don't know if maybe it's an illegal lineman downfield or exactly what that was.
That was a very good-looking screen set up, a little wide receiver middle screen.
Oh, they're waving the flag off. They just got so used to throwing it, they decided they wanted to throw it again, but they're going to wave it off this time.
They realize that if they keep throwing the flags, that this game's going to be done about the time Tech kicks off tomorrow.
Yeah. It's going to be a long night for us.
So first down and goal at about the 10.
That was a good-looking pass right there, good-looking play.
So Lundy lines up under center in a two tight end formation, and he's going to hand it up the middle, and it's going to go down around the goal line. It actually is going to be a gain of about 5. That one was to Edwards, the fullback. So 4:40 to go in this first quarter. Carroll County driving inside the 5-yard line of Blacksburg.
Yeah, we're going to have to dig in here. You know, if we can get away with holding them to a field goal here, it's a victory for us. They've moved the ball pretty easily on us this drive.
And Lundy in the shotgun. His big target, Reese, out wide. He doesn't go to him, though. Hands it off, a sweep off the left-hand side. He's over the goal line. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
Looks like that's Ethan Underwood coming from the wing position. Just basically run the jet back around the corner.
Again, the running back for Cavaliers score the first touchdown of the game, 6-0, pending this extra point with 4:15 to go in the first quarter. Snap down, the kick is up, and the extra point is through the uprights. So now we're looking at Carroll County 7, Blacksburg nothing.
You know, this we've talked about it in pregame. This offense is pretty high-powered offense. You know, when you've got a good quarterback and you have a good core of receivers and wingbacks, they make some things happen here offensively. And that particular drive, we just did not have an answer for them.
And Blake Dalton and Bronson Bowman, 2 seniors who've been working with Lundy, also a senior, for their entire careers.
That's right. That's right.
They've shown some very, very good chemistry. And as Coach said, you can't just focus on the big man in Reese.
Well, you know, I think the key for us is you know their offense is going to score points. You hope that you don't get into a scoring battle with them because their offense is very high-powered. I think the key for us, you know, on our offensive side is we've got to control the ball. The more that we can control the ball, the less that their offense is on the field.
And again, we come to you here from Blacksburg. 4:15 to go in the first quarter. Carroll County 7, Blacksburg nothing. Beautiful night for football. Great crowd on hand.
Great crowd.
It's been a very lively so far in the student section. No one's sitting down over there.
No, and you know that's exciting to see. I talked about it a little bit earlier about Mr. Kitts, the principal here, really trying to get the student body out, allowing them into the games. The new athletic director trying to get our youth football players involved. You know, that's what it takes to get the community behind your program, and it's good to see this type of an atmosphere here because I've been here when the atmosphere hasn't been this good as well.
So Chase Goins of the Cavaliers lines up to kick this ball. Hendricks, Shelton, and McCoy all back to return for the Bruins. And this is a short kick, lands about the 11 in the arms of Shelton. He's going to run up the middle, has a lane, breaks through a tackle, and is tackled at the 31-yard line. Make that the 32-yard line. Good return there from Grayson Shelton.
Good return, very good return, and you know, gives you decent field position here. We just got to get something going here offensively.
So here we're going to see the second time out for sophomore quarterback Isaac Johnston. It was a debate all week. Are we going to see Johnston or are we going to see Bornstead under center? So far tonight, we've seen Johnston with Bornstead out wide.
Yep, and made an unbelievable throw and catch down here, and they got called back.
So I formation, they hand it to the up man who's Hendricks. That one's stuffed by the big defensive tackles inside. Second down and about 12.
Yeah, it's not a lot going through in between the tackles there. You know, they have so many people packed in up front. I mean, they're basically daring us to pass.
Is this a situation that we could see, Brad, a little play actions, maybe hit someone over the top?
Could be. You know, a little sprint draw pass.
Here we see Johnston shotgun, and he's going to hand it up to Hendricks in the middle, and Hendricks can't get much of anywhere. Stopped behind the line at the 29. So another loss of 1.
Wow. You know, now you come back to the third down, and I mean, you're almost going to have to throw here. We've got to be able to pick up a first down here to get a little bit of momentum swing back on our side.
3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Blacksburg looking at a 3rd and 13. Isaac Johnson, the quarterback, lined up under center. McCoy to his right, Bornstedt to his left. He drops back to pass. It's a quick pass out to McCoy. High and behind him as McCoy can't bring it in, and that's a quick 3 and out for the Bruins.
Yeah, we're fortunate there when McCoy turned to hit the ball, to try to catch the ball, it sort of popped up. Fortunate that it wasn't picked off there.
So Carson Wise out to punt for the 2nd time today. Not quite the player that Coach Chris wanted to see on the field a lot.
No. Let's hope he can get a good one off here.
Snap goes back to Wise. It's good. And he gets off a boomer. High end over end. Lands at the 35 and it's keep rolling.
Wow.
It
great
bounces.
Punt.
And it's going to land out of bounds at the 15.
Wow, that's a great punt there.
Fantastic punt from Carson Wise. And you said it earlier, Brad. Field position is going to be very key in this game.
Yes, it is. That's a 55-yard punt.
Yeah.
Great punt, Carson.
That's a college punt.
Yes. Well, he'll be playing college one day, I feel sure, in the near future.
So again, a big-time punt from Carson Wise gives Carroll County the ball back at their own 16.
Well, you know, we've got to come out. They moved the ball on us pretty easily there that last drive. We've got to come out. Defense has got to come up with a big stop here. We've got to find a way to get some pressure on number 6.
Lundy, number 6 in the backfield. He hands it off. It's an inside trap. And a big-time hit there after a gain of a couple yards.
Wow, I couldn't tell who that was, but
it looked to be Joe Lucas.
Joe Lucas, okay. He picked him up, didn't he?
He picked him up right off the ground and sent a message.
Well, you know, I'd say pound for pound, Joe's probably one of the strongest kids on this football team. He's a farm boy, works on the farm all the time, and Joe is definitely a strong young man.
So again, 2nd and 6 for the Cavaliers. Lundy's got Reese in single coverage. Go forth, Sonic. Shotgun snap, he's looking that way. He's gonna throw it deep to Reese. Reese catches it, he's crossing the 50, and he's brought down at the 40-yard line. Goforth didn't really have a chance as Reese blew him off the ball.
He did. You know, he got just behind him just a little bit. I mean, that was a great throw and catch. It's a big target. Big target.
Are you surprised that we haven't maybe seen a little more safety help over the top of the big fella?
Well, you know, it's been interesting. I mean, you know, he's only hurt us on 2 plays. I mean, they're a pretty well-balanced team.
Right.
You know, they've had their wings going in different directions, and so, you know, I understand what Coach is talking about and trying to double him up because it's going to open it up for someone else.
And Blacksburg taking their last time out of the half, all taken this quarter as the defense tries to get together a little bit, regroup after a huge play from Lundy to Reese.
Yeah, you know, it's 1 minute and 55 seconds to go in the first quarter, and we're done with timeouts. Not exactly the way we wanted to start here, but you know, we talked a bit about this at the Giles game. We didn't start the way that we wanted to there. You know, I have a feeling that these coaches are out there working with them and trying to find what they need to do to sort of stop some of this high-powered attack. And sometimes you just have to see it in real life. You know, you can't see things on film that you see in real life, and to make some adjustments.
So we're going to see the Cavaliers back on offense right now at the Bruins' 36-yard line. Connor Lundy and the quarterback, they actually send Reese off the field. Motion around, it's going to be a quarterback keeper right up the middle, and he's going to gain about 15 yards. Big play there from Connor Lundy.
Big play, yep. You know, they overloaded the left-hand side, and it was just sort of like a read draw play. I mean, he was keeping it the whole time.
And that was a play we haven't seen yet before. It's always been a sweep to the outside. So a good read there from Lundy. First and 10, ball at the 25-yard line. Clock's running, 1:40 to go in the quarter. So again, Carroll County Cavaliers on the drive. Lundy in the shotgun. Hands it off wide to Blankenship, who bounces it out wide, picking up about 4 yards before he's met by about 3 Bruins.
Yeah, it looks like Morgan McCoy was the first one in.
Also,
Then, Ethan Goforth.
Goforth and Bornstead, all there.
It's a good job.
But it's still a pickup of about 4 as the officials are conferencing yet again.
It's like a false start against Carroll County.
And they're actually going to say, I think they're going to say illegal motion on Carroll County, so that's gonna back them up 5 yards from the previous line of scrimmage.
The further we can keep them away from the goal line, the better we're going to be.
Absolutely. So, Brett, you said it.
First and 15 for the
This
Cavaliers.
Carroll County offense, high-powered.
They are very
And
high-powered.
What do you do if you're the Blacksburg defense to stop it?
Don't give them the ball.
There you go.
Don't give them the ball. We've got to be able to have ball control on offense. You know, as I talked earlier, they're going to score. You know, they are going to score. The key is to keep their offense off the field.
So here's Connor Lundy in the shotgun, but before he can even get the snap, the whistle blows. And it looks like they're going to signal delay of game, backing them up even further. It's going to be first and 20 at the 35 of Blacksburg. Just keep backing them up.
We still have 56 seconds to go in the first quarter. This might be the longest first quarter of football that I have been involved with.
In case anyone was wondering, we have been on this first quarter for now 31 minutes of a 12-minute high school quarter. You know, as the Bruins had something to say, the Cavaliers had something to say, and the 6-man crew had something to say. As Lundy gets a shotgun snap, looking deep, looking short, and it's going to be incomplete, intended for Reese. He had Reese open, but just short-armed it a little bit, hopped it to him.
Do it just a little bit behind him. He had to sort of change his direction, but he was open.
There's been a lot of quick passes for Carroll County so far. How frustrating do you think that is for these defensive linemen trying to get pressure?
Well, you know, I mean, it has to be frustrating. I mean, it's frustrating for the defensive backs as well. You know, I mean, you play off of them a little bit, and then they're going to hit you on the short ones. You come up and try to jam them, and then they're going to go deep on you.
Shotgun snap for Lundy. He's looking deep, but he can't get the ball off as he is sacked.
That's Joe Lucas again.
Joe Lucas in the backfield, slamming Lundy to the turf.
I was talking to his dad and uncle before the game, and they said that Joe said before the game he was going to get him a sack tonight, and he was true to his word. There it is.
So 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. Carroll County's facing a 3rd and 27 from the Bruins 42. And it looks like they're going to have to get one play off as the game clock's to about 18 and the play clock's to 10.
I would definitely keep my eye on number 17 here.
So Lundy in the shotgun. He's dropping back to pass, firing deep over the middle, as that one is overthrown from Blankenship, lands at the feet of Bornstead.
Yeah, that was that could have easily had a chance of getting picked off there. I mean, that was close.
Brings up a 4th down, and that incompletion stopped the clock at 4 seconds. So it looks like I think they're going to have to punt here.
That's a good defensive stand there. You know, I mean, we got a little bit of help with some penalties, but you know, that might be the momentum shift that we needed there.
So Chase Goins on to punt now. Snap goes back as Bruins don't rush any, and McCoy calls for the fair catch. Fair catch at his knees at the 11-yard line, and that's going to do it for this first quarter. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Blacksburg High School Football on ESPN Blacksburg, AM 1430, FM 94.1, and Classic Hits 101.3.
I've
been on a number of trips with Joy, and they're always fun and always interesting, and I always say it's an adventure. The scenery, the countryside was just absolutely beautiful, and it was interesting to see the camels, and the Amish food was just delightful, and the desserts and the ice cream was really good. You know, we've gone to plays, we've gone to mystery dine-outs, and so it's always interesting to see something new and different, and maybe some place that you don't even know exists.
And we welcome you back here to David Christ Field. Well, as we look at Blacksburg High School and the Bruins facing Carroll County, already down 7-0 in what was kind of a herky-jerky, I think it's safe to say, first quarter.
Yeah, you know, we did well to get away with only being down by 7 points. You know, we get the ball back here. We've got to try to do something to get something going with our offense. You know, at this point, Brian, I did want to mention, you know, Blacksburg High School is recognizing 2 of the longtime coaches here within Blacksburg, and I was fortunate enough to be able to play with these gentlemen, Mr. Jim Shockley and also Dr. Bill Winfrey. Both of these folks have been involved with Blacksburg football and sports for a long time. Actually, Dr. Winfrey, I owe a tremendous amount to him. At one point, he was the director of Parks and Recreation for the town of Blacksburg, and you know, as you know, I'm a director of Parks and Recreation as well, and he sort of helped guide me along the way in my younger years, and both of these guys, Jim Shockley and Bill Winfrey, have done a tremendous amount for this Blacksburg High School program. It's very nice to see them get honored here tonight.
And it's great. We've talked about it already. It's a sense of community.
It is.
It's a sense of community here, and it's great to see these 2 honored.
It is. You know, I was reading through here. Coach Winfrey's been a high school coach for more than 50 years, 40 of those years here at Blacksburg High School. And Jim Shockley, Jim was actually a Carroll County graduate, but Jim has coached here in Blacksburg. Let's see, served as the baseball coach for 21 years, the basketball coach at Blacksburg Middle for 35 years, and actually see how many years. I'm sure the football was
as Greg is a member of the coaching staff.
30, I'm sure 30-some years. I mean, he was involved. Both of those gentlemen were involved, and you know, I know a lot of people in Blacksburg played for both of those guys. They were involved with state championship football teams, and it's just wonderful to see them recognized for their efforts and contributions to Blacksburg and their community.
Absolutely. Now getting on to the game on the field, have some stats in. I don't know if the Blacksburg coaches will like it very much. Connor Lundy, 4 of 6, 110 yards in that first quarter. 65 of those yards going to Duncan Reese.
Yeah, we talked about it. That's his main target, and he's a big target. You know, 6'7", and you know, he's athletic too. I mean, he's an athletic young man.
But now we're going to see Blacksburg on the field as sophomore quarterback Isaac Johnston lines up under center. Corbin Hendricks is his deep back. Hard count from Johnston as he's going to hand it off the middle to Shelton. Breaks a tackle, and we see the first positive play from the Blacksburg rushing attack, gaining about 5 yards.
You know, I think the defensive coach for Carroll County is playing a little bit of mind games with us. You know, they're packing them in the box, and they're backing them out, and it just so happened that particular time on the run, we had them when they were backing their linebackers out and was able to find a gap and pick up, 4 to 5 yards.
So a gain of 5, ball's on the 17, Blacksburg's own 17, as Johnston lines up under center. Shelton the only guy behind him. And they pitch it out right to Shelton. Shelton tries to bust it outside, but is thrown down and loses about 3 yards there.
That was a great play by Kendall Edwards, number 3 of Carroll County. He's the outside linebacker. He's sort of going to the strong side, and And you know, part of his responsibility is outside containment, and he would not be denied there. I mean, you know, Corbin, you know, had pads on him trying to block him, but he just would not be denied.
So a 3rd and 8, as that was a loss of 3 from Blacksburg's own 14. Johnson under center with 3 guys to his right. It's a play fake, and Johnson rolls right. He's looking deep for Bornstead as it's caught for a first down across the 25 to about the 27. Big pickup, Johnson to Bornstead.
That's what we needed right there to get things sort of going. Good throw, good catch.
So that's the first down for Blacksburg today.
Wow.
Not induced by penalties.
Right. Well,
So as we see a couple substitutions for the Bruins. They're going to line up in the I formation. Hendricks the deep back, Shelton the up back.
it's like Vernil's wide here to the left.
That's going to go to Hendricks up the middle, who makes a very nice cut to make something out of nothing.
He did. That was a couple good cuts there. You know, it looks like he picked up about 3 or 4 yards.
4 tough yards from Corbin Hendricks.
Well, and you know, we have to be able to get a few yards in there to keep it balanced, so that you know they're not relying so much on just blitzing everybody to where we don't have an opportunity to make a pass. So we have to be able to get some of those positive rushing yards.
And it's 2nd and 6, 9:47 to go in the second quarter.
Oh, that could be that's number 11 for Carroll County, Ethan Underwood. That's who actually scored a touchdown for him. He's sort of hobbling off the field. It's a tough break for them.
An injury post-play as he walks off as the teams were lining up. So an I formation handoff to Hendricks that goes up the middle, and he's going to gain about 2 more there.
You know, we talked a little bit about this previous, just you and I, Brian, and Carroll County's got seven players going both ways tonight. So, and Mr. Underwood's one of those players, and you know, when you get an injury like that, that hurts your team. You know, you have to put in a different type of running back. You know, hopefully Mr. Underwood will come back and he'll be all right, but that's definitely something to keep an eye on.
So I formation again, Johnson under center. And it was a hard count. A very, very good play from Johnson as he draws the basically entire Cavalier defensive line off sides.
Yeah, we got lucky on that one too, because tailback, and I don't have the number here, 23.
First down.
That might be Josh Fugit at tailback there for Blacksburg. He jumped a little bit too.
So Johnson under center. Takes a step back on first down. Rolls left, he's going to scramble. He's across the 45 to the 50, across the 45. Big play! He won't go down. Isaac Johnston going to make his way on a scramble across the 35-yard line of Carroll County.
It's a great job, great vision there by Isaac. I mean, the tunnel was there. It was wide open. I mean, he was able to pick up a lot of yardage there.
He was looking to pass, but saw he had nothing but daylight in front of him. And that's going to be a first down for Blacksburg at Carroll County's 33.
Good vision.
8.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Johnson lines up under center. He's looking right as he throws it. He gets caught by McCoy. McCoy gets out across, gets a first down across the 22.
It's a good throw and catch. You know, it looks like Isaac's starting to settle down a little bit. You know, maybe at the beginning of the game there were some nerves going on, but he's sort of settling down a little bit and able to move the ball.
So another first down on 2 consecutive plays. Big plays from Isaac Johnston. And it's going to be a first down for Blacksburg at the 24-yard line.
You know, trailing 7-0 here with 8:20 to go in the second quarter. We need to try to get some points on the board here.
Brings up second down.
So that's going to be a handoff up the middle.
It's a good hard run right there. I don't have the list here for 23. Let me.
So 23, you were right. Josh Fugit.
Okay, so it's Josh Fugit. Okay, the old roster that I had him down at 24. Good for Josh. That's a sophomore there. Good hard runner. I've known Josh for a long time. Tough kid.
Josh Fugate.
Good to see him out there.
Josh Fugate picks up the first down, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Blacksburg at the 18, inside the red zone for the first time today. Snap back to Johnson. He's looking all the way to Bornstedt into the end zone. He goes up, and that's batted away. Very good play by Dalton of Carroll County.
It's a good job by Bornstead there, too, to stick his hand in, because at that point it was a little bit underthrown, and he had to step back and try to break that up. You become the defender at that point.
And we saw it happen, though, twice in big situations last week, or 2 weeks ago, rather. Bornstedt, big target in the end zone. Johnson looks for him a lot.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
From the 18-yard line.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 from the 18. Johnston's lined up under center. Fugate's the deep back. And it looks like maybe a mishandled snap as Johnston keeps it, tries to make something out of nothing, gains about a yard.
Yeah, looks like it's going to bring up about 3rd and 9.
So 3rd and 9, and we know that if you're a Bruins fan, you're going to want to see a touchdown from this drive.
Yeah, you definitely want to see a touchdown, but I will settle for a field goal if we have to.
So a 3rd down and 9. Blacksburg has it at Carroll County 17. Isaac Johnson, the quarterback, lined up under center. He's got Bornstedt out to his left, 2 out to his right. And he's going to look right, throws it quick out to McCoy. McCoy catches it. Let's see if he can pick up the first down. It's going to be close. I think he's a yard short.
Yeah, it looks like he's a little bit short. Ethan Goforth's motioning he wants him to go for it.
So it's going to be 4th and a long one for Blacksburg. Let's see what they decide to do.
Looks like they're going to go for it.
So out come McCoy and Goforth. In come Verneal and Shelton. So a 4th down, and they're going to say 2 from the 10. And this is going to be a big play. Let's see if they try to hard count. So the snap goes back, hands off to Hendricks. Stopped initially, but he's busting through. And let's see where the spot is.
Corbin Hendricks on that carry.
It's going to be close. It's going to be close.
He was initially stopped, but got a nice second push from his blockers.
1st down.
And they're signaling 1st down, 1st and goal, and a gutsy call for Coach Chris.
Hey, that tells your team something. You know that you got confidence in them. Your linemen, you got confidence, and what a great job by Corbin Hendricks to just dig down. I mean, he went to 3rd effort there to get that 1st down, and we saw that against Giles. Not being denied, and that's the type of mentality that we have to have here.
So a 1st and goal from the 8. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Johnston. Johnston takes the snap, fires it to Bornstedt, who sees the ball go in and out of his hands. Again, good defense from Dalton. Yep. He's played admirably against the 6'6" Bornstedt.
He has. He's definitely a good corner, good matchup there. He's not giving Caleb a lot of room. I mean, you can just see in his defensive stance. I mean, he's right up in his face right from the word go.
So a 2nd down and 8 from Blacksburg. Again, some late substitutions on the field for the Bruins. Play clock's down at 10. They haven't broken the huddle yet.
Yeah, that's tricky.
So we can see him running out. Play clock at 5. Let's see if Johnson can get it off. Hendricks the lone back. He does, and the handoff's to him. But we see a flag on the field.
Came from the head linesman. Looks like he's false start on Blacksburg.
So he's signaling a penalty against the Bruins. They're going to mark off 5 yards, so it's going to be 2nd down and 13. A little bit longer. Brad, you were talking about, though, one way to stop this Carroll County offense. Don't go on defense.
That's right. That's right.
6 minutes, 15 seconds. All been on half of this 2nd quarter has been all Blacksburg this possession.
That's right, and I mean I think that's the key. Ball control. If we can keep their offense off the field, it gives us an opportunity to win a football game.
So 2nd down and 12 for the Bruins. Johnson has a lone back in the backfield as he line up under center, but he's not going to get the play off.
Looks like Carroll County might be calling timeout.
And
Timeout, Cavaliers.
and a timeout it is for the Cavaliers. 5:54 to go. Carroll County 7, Blacksburg nothing. Thank you for tuning in to this ESPN Blacksburg broadcast. My name is Brian Marcolini. Alongside me is Brad Epperly. Brad, after quite the long first quarter, not quite the way the Bruins wanted to start, they're driving now. What are they going to have to do to maybe punch this one in?
Well, you know, I mean, I almost think that, you know, we've had a little bit of success with Caleb through the air, but you know, they're definitely covering him tight. You know, in this particular situation, it might be something to where we look to Caleb and then go back and hit a McCoy or hit a Ethan Goforth or Jake Vernier or someone like that. I don't know that we're going to be able to run the ball in here. Most of the yardage we've got on the ground have been tough yards, but you know, I think that you sort of look at those types of things and try to find what your advantage is. You know, the other part is I mean, you throw that fade route to Caleb in the end of the end zone, and he's 6'6". He can go and get it.
It's been the bread and butter. So Blacksburg lines up, Johnson under center, one back behind him. He looks back, looks left, over the middle. He has McCoy. Is it a catch?
I think so.
They're going to say yes, and they're going to mark him just short of the goal line. I'm not sure about that call, as it looks like he landed on the goal line.
Wow, that was. Well, it looks like they've got him back at about the 2-yard line is the way they're marking it here, 2 or 3 yard line. It's just, I guess, the angle that we're looking at, but he was definitely close. That was a good play call on a post route right there, or slant.
So big time pickup from Johnson to McCoy makes this a 3rd and goal from the 3.
Looks like Fugett's back in the backfield for Blacksburg.
And the ball goes to Fugett, and he is stopped immediately. Nothing going there from the Blacksburg rushing attack.
Yeah, we've got to get our line getting a little bit lower right there. They came in hard. So it brings up 4th down.
So that's going to be 4th down and 4, and we're going to see Carson Wise out to kick the field goal. Not quite what the Bruins were hoping for from this drive.
Carson Wise in for the field goal.
Knocking on the door.
I think you got to come away with some points right here. You've done a good job of maintaining ball control here. We would like to have got a touchdown, but you got to get some points on the board.
Ball in the middle of the field is basically an extra point for Wise. High snap, and it's brought down as the kick is good. Great job from the holder, Ethan Goforth.
Ethan Goforth. It was a great job by Ethan because it was high, and I mean, he had to go up to about as high as his arms would reach to get it and get it down quick.
We talked about it earlier. Adam Vaught, the long and short snapper, been recruited by some D1 colleges to do that. He's out with an injury, so they had to go with Plan B. Jacob Keith. It's it's an interesting thing when you have a position that you don't usually have a second string guy for snapping.
Well, and you know, Jacob's done a good job. I mean, as Coach talked about in his pregame information, you know, that's a hard place. That was in Giles. That was his first snap of his varsity career. You know, he's a sophomore. He's going to be a fine football player for Blacksburg High School. He already is a fine football player, but you know, I think he'll keep getting better at this. You know, experience is everything, and you know, I guess we're really fortunate to be able to have 2 pretty decent snappers. You know, because there's a lot of teams that don't have that.
Absolutely. 4:40 to go in this first half. Carroll County 7, Blacksburg 3. If you remember last time out, Carroll County was driving before a couple penalties and a big sack kicked them out of the red zone and out of field goal range. They had to punt, which is where the Bruins took over on a 91-yard drive. Wise approaches the ball, and the kick is an end-over-ender, lands at the 9. Return looking up left. He's trying to cut it up the sideline. It's going to be knocked down at the 25-yard line.
Not a bad run back there.
Making a little something out of nothing, as the Blacksburg coverage was there.
It was. Brian, I just got a score in Christiansburg game. Christiansburg's playing Bassett at home tonight. At the start of the second quarter, Christiansburg's leading 14-7.
Christiansburg losing to Giles.
That was a heartbreaker. I actually went to the game and watched it, and it was, it was a heartbreaker for the Christiansburg fans. It was good. That Giles team's a good football team, though.
As that's a high snap for Lundy. He has to take it himself, gains about 2 yards there. Carroll County looked out. That almost went over Lundy's head.
It sure did.
They're actually going to give him a gain of 4. So it's going to be 2nd down and 6, ball at the 28-yard line for Carroll County.
Well, I think the other part, that snap is coming back there into that shotgun formation, and you get some pressure on that center. It changes that snap a little bit.
Shotgun snap for Lundy. He looks left, it looks right, and fires. It's completed to Bowman, and that's going to be a first down. Stopped by Grayson Shelton.
That play was a little bit slow developing. That could have been a big play for us. That was possibly an opportunity for a pick right there. It was a little bit slow developing.
Yeah, it looked like Bowman was a little slow out of his break. So a first down and 10 for Carroll County, ball at the 37. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. Shotgun snap for Lundy, rolls left, and that one's low and incomplete.
Some good coverage there by Grayson.
He was looking for Dalton, who's most famous for, at least this game, being all over Bornstedt defensively.
Defensively, that's right.
You said it though, Brad. Carroll County, bunch of guys that go both ways.
Yeah, this could be something that as the game goes along, could affect things. But Blacksburg's got a lot of guys that go both ways too. I guess the hope is that we're conditioned a little bit better than they are.
Both young teams.
Yes.
So 2nd down and 10 from Carroll County's own 37. Shotgun snap goes back to Lundy as they look for a screen. Breaks the tackle, and he's going to pick up a first down. Still fighting out across the 50. That was to the fullback Kendall Edwards.
It's like Joe Lucas and Morgan McCoy in on the tackle there. That was a couple missed tackles that I'm sure this Blacksburg defense would like to have back. I mean, those 2 or 3 missed tackles right there. We had him almost at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he got a little shifty for a fullback.
Yeah,
he got real shifty, as that's first down just across midfield to the Blacksburg 49. So Lundy in the shotgun now, bunches to his right. And they're going to hand it off right up the middle. That was going back to Edwards, going back to the well. He stopped for no gain.
And who else in there but Joe Lucas?
Who gets up a little bit hobbling.
Joe Lucas for no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10 to go.
Let's see if they sub him out there as the referee calls timeout. He's trying to get Lucas off the field.
The referee's going to tell him he's got to come off. Joe didn't want to come off. He's a tough young man, but
Joe Lucas heading off the field after a mild injury. Let's have a big round of applause for Joe Lucas, ladies and gentlemen.
So Joe Lucas, maybe a stinger, because he's trying to avoid medical attention. He says he's fine.
Looks like it's his foot. I don't know, maybe somebody stepped on it.
So a shotgun snap for Lundy. Low snap as he looks up. That ball is deflected.
Great job, number 77, Adam Payton. Had those big hands up there and knocked it down.
And a little extracurricular activity after the play. Carroll County center Adam Keith and Joe Lucas's sub, Wayne Myers.
Yep.
Getting into it a little bit post. No flags, though, weirdly enough. Yeah. And it's 3rd and 10 for Carroll County.
We haven't had many plays like that.
So Carroll County 7, Blacksburg 3, 2:51 to go in the second quarter.
This is a big down for this defense here.
Man in motion as Lundy takes the snap. He tries to throw it, and it's off the hands of Underwood and then dropped by Corbin Hendricks. That would have been a pick 6.
That was pick 6 all the way. There was no one in front of Corbin.
He was going to his right. Ball bounced. He could get his left hand on it, but couldn't quite bring it in.
That's a tough break there, but it's a good thing we were able to hold them. That would have turned this game around, though, big time. Had we returned that back for a touchdown.
So Goins into punt for the Cavaliers on this 4th and 10. Good snap as
Ooh.
Bruins almost get that one as McCoy calls for a fair catch at the 15-yard line.
That was Carson Wise coming in that almost blocked a punt right there.
Punter on punter action.
Yeah.
So again, it's 2:45 on the clock. First down for the Bruins at the 14-yard line. Remember, they have no timeouts. Used all of them in the first quarter. So usually you would think, I don't know about this, but with a high-flying passing attack that the Bruins have shown, we could see some action here.
Yeah, I think so. You know, I mean, there's still plenty of time to move down the field here.
As Johnson lines up under center, Bornstedt and Goforth out to his left. Snap goes back to Johnson. He's looking left all the way. Can't find anyone. He's scrambling in the pocket. He's going to tuck it as he couldn't find a receiver, but he's going to be stuffed at the line. I don't think you can count that one as a sack, but it was basically.
Yeah, that was good. That's a defensive coverage sack there. I mean, there was good defensive coverage there down the field.
So clock's running now, 2:25, 2nd and 10 for Blacksburg. Let's see if they try to get the hurry up on or just maybe take their time. 15 seconds on the play clock, 2 minutes, 10 seconds on the game clock. Johnson's going to line up in the shotgun. Snap back to Johnson. He drops back. He's looking over the middle. He has McCoy. A diving catch is made at the 35 of the Bruins. Big pickup from Johnson to McCoy.
Great catch right there. Great catch. He had to lay out for it. Good little connection. Moves the chains.
And again, the clock stops as the chains move. 1:57 to go. 1st and 10 for Blacksburg.
Yeah, we need to get these plays in, get them moving. 1:48 and counting.
Another slow play for Blacksburg as the clock's ticking, breaking the huddle with 10 seconds on the play clock. Johnson in the shotgun. Snap back to him. He's looking to his left. He throws it deep. A little wobbler is caught by Goforth. That's going to be across the 50 to the 49. Big play. That's a little bit of a knuckleball from Johnston.
Yep.
Goforth climbs the ladder.
It's a good job by Goforth. He just becomes center fielder there. You know, Johnston got hit as he was letting go of the ball. Did a good job of hanging in there tough. And a great job by Goforth to find it.
No huddle here from Blacksburg. Johnson in the shotgun. He's looking right. He's going to go out. That one's to Bornstedt. And he can't quite get it. He was looking over the wrong shoulder, or so it seems. A little miscommunication from quarterback to receiver.
Throwing to the outside, and Caleb had looked back to the inside. Almost made a great turnaround to make that play.
So a 2nd down and 10 situation here for Blacksburg. Ball at the Carroll County 48. That was a big-time pickup back-to-back to McCoy and then Goforth.
Yeah, and you know, you've got 1:19 to go. It looks like Blacksburg's in their hurry-up mode now.
So in Carroll County 7, Blacksburg 3, 1:19 to go. Shotgun snap to Johnston. He's looking deep all the way, looking for Hale, and he can't find it. There looks to be a little contact, but no flag from the officials.
Wow, that's surprising. They, it looked like number 1 was definitely blanketing Jack Hale right there, but no pickup on the penalty.
The student section not particularly pleased with that call, as it brings up a 3rd and 10, 1:14 to go in this second quarter. Isaac Johnston lining up under center, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Johnson takes the snap back, gets hit, but hits Bornstedt. Bornstedt wide open, crosses the 30, and he gets dragged down at the 25. Big time pitch and catch again from Johnston to Bornstedt.
Great job. They need to get the offense on the ball. The chains are moving, so the clock is stopped, and it's going to start as soon as they set the ball.
And here they are, the Bruins. And Johnson's just going to spike it to stop the clock. 1:05 seconds to go.
That's good.
So ball at the 26 after that play of plus 20 from Johnson to Bornstedt.
It's a great job there. They're leaving that middle open, and they were able to connect right there. They're still packing it in, so the middle is wide open.
So 1:05 seconds to go. Blacksburg driving, trying to cut this deficit. Shotgun snap to Johnston. He's looking deep. Fires over the middle. There's 2 guys there, but neither can come up with it. there was both Hale and McCoy. Third down.
We were close for one of them making it. Looked like Jack had probably the closest chance to be able to make the play.
So 1 minute 3 seconds ago, as that play only took 4 seconds. Score is still Carroll County 7, Blacksburg 3. Minute 3 to go in the second quarter. Again, if you remember, Blacksburg has no timeouts. Johnston's going to line up under center. Snap goes back. He's looking for a quick throw, but can't get it off as he is sacked. And that keeps the clock moving. So Blacksburg needs to hurry up here.
That was a miscommunication on the line there somewhere. It looked like 58 came in just untouched for them. Number 58, Daniel Walford.
So it's going to be a 4th and 16. And it looks like that Blacksburg's going to milk the clock and run it as far down as they can.
So I guess they're going to get a delay of.
They'll take the delay of game and then punt it with Carson Wise possibly.
Interesting. Tough situation to be in right there.
So it's interesting, Brad. Do you think about taking a shot at the end zone, or do you just send your punter out with 14 seconds to go in the half?
I think I'd take a shot at the end zone because I worry about the risk of a snap over the punter. I think I'd take a shot at the end zone. I mean, what's the worst can happen? They intercept it. You know, if you punt it, they're gonna catch it down there as well.
And it looks like the offense is on the field, so they're gonna try to go for the Hail Mary and or arm punt.
Yep.
14 seconds to go after that delay of game penalty. It's going to be a 4th and 20. And it looks like Carroll County is going to take their final timeout as the coaches get a little bit more instruction before this end of half play.
Yeah, I'm sure Carroll County is going to deepen up their secondary just to keep us try to keep us honest, I guess. I did just get another report in Pulaski 14, Patrick Henry 0, which is a big surprise to me, because Patrick Henry has been rolling on pretty good. They had quite the battle against Salem last week, and at halftime, Pulaski 14, Patrick Henry 0. That's
always a couple surprises. High school football in this area.
That's right.
And a quick injury update. We just saw Jack Hale actually walk into the field house, so he's limping just a little bit, maybe a little extra medical attention as this half comes to an end.
They might want to take this time and just get him. Is it Jack or is Jack? I thought Jack's down there.
Well, it looked like 60 walking off
Joe. That's Joe Lucas.
Oh, Joe Lucas.
Yes,
Excuse me, Joe Lucas. My mistake.
Probably going to take him and take a look at him, get a little extra time before everybody else gets in there.
So Blacksburg, shotgun snap for Johnson as he rolls to his right. Looks like he's going to throw this one towards the sideline. It's tipped as Johnson is also hit. 8 seconds left in this half, and Carroll County's going to take over at their own 37.
The ball is turned over to Carroll County.
Well, now we've got a
Hail Mary situation on our hands.
We have to make sure that we don't give up the cheap one here.
So it looks like Blacksburg coaches signaling their defensive backs to get back. Bornstedt and Goforth playing about 20-25 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. You definitely don't want to give up a cheap one here. Carroll might end up just taking a knee here.
And that's what Carroll County is going to do. They're going to kneel it, let the half run out. So at halftime, the score, Carroll County 7, Blacksburg 3. Been more exciting than that, though, I should say.
I tell you, it's been a good football game up to this point. The second drive that Carroll County had, they went down the field and they went down through there quickly. I think the coaching staff has made some adjustments. I'll be interested to see the prognosis of Joe Lucas. Joe had caused some havoc in here tonight, and so you hate to see him go out because we're going to need him in the second half. We just hope that he's going to be okay.
And we're going to quickly go for station identification. You're listening to Blacksburg High School Football on ESPN Radio, AM 1430, WKEX Blacksburg, W231 BC Christiansburg, and Classic Hits 101.3 WZFM Narrows.
My name is Pat Boyle, and I volunteer here at Valley Interfaith Child Care Center. This is a place where families can send their children and be guaranteed a good education for them, a good environment, nurturing environment, and healthy foods, and it's very affordable. Families can feel very comfortable leaving their children here, and that's how it benefits our community all around. Why do I volunteer? Well, I feel very passionate about kids, and I feel like we are our brother's keepers, and if I could spend the rest of my retired life helping people, that's what I'm going to do. I have a hard time explaining Living United. It's so easy though, it's just what it is, live united. Everybody works together for the good of the whole. And like anything else, that's the best way to get stuff done.
Together as one, we'll be stronger in every way.
As we see both teams rejoin the field for a little bit of stretching. Back there, limping just a little bit, is defensive end Joe Lucas. It'll be interesting to see if he can go. I do not see him with the helmet, so they might be holding him back for this half.
I'm not sure. His helmet might be over here, but I don't. There's a helmet laying on the table. No, that's Morgan's helmet, so that's probably a correct call by you there, Brian. He's walking out without a helmet, so Joe might not be coming back on the field. That's a big loss for this defense. Joe has had a good first half, and I know that he doesn't want to be sitting on the bench. He's a tough young man, and he wants to play anytime it's there. But the athletic trainers, they're fortunate enough to have great athletic trainers here within the school, and they're not going to allow any of the players come out to play if they feel like it's going to be unsafe for them and their body.
And we see here, right in front of us, both guys warming up, Isaac Johnston and Caleb Bornstedt. If I had to put some fake money on it, Brad, I would guess to see Bornstedt starting out the second half.
Could. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Be interesting to see what happens. I mean, that's the good thing that you have going with Blacksburg right now is you have two very good quarterbacks there.
And so we're about 2 minutes away from kickoff now as the teams are huddling up. Brad, you and I were just talking about this off air. Christiansburg up 27-7. Lost to Giles though last week.
Referees for tonight's contest.
Both of us, I think that says wonders about the Blacksburg team taking Giles to overtime.
Well, the Giles football team is an excellent football team. They're very physical. I know they have an off night tonight, but I look for that Giles football team to go through their regular season undefeated. I would be surprised if they didn't. And I look for them to make a strong push through the state. That is a very good football team, very disciplined. They have, sort of a three-headed monster there at the running back positions. And, for Blacksburg and Christiansburg both in the 2 weeks, I was fortunate enough to see both of the games, and great high school football games. I mean, unbelievable. Obviously, for Blacksburg and Christiansburg, it was heartbreaking losses, but very good high school football. I think it does say something for Blacksburg because they had put themselves in the opportunity to win that football game, and had the field goal kicker / running back / punter / everything, Mr. Whitlow from Giles, had he not been cramping, who knows what would have happened with that game, because they ended up having to go for 2, and you know, they could have kicked 1 a couple different times throughout that game, and they ended up going for 2 and was fortunate enough to get them both times that happened.
So here we're going to see Blacksburg lined up to receive. When they start on offense, they're going to be going from left to right. As again, Carroll County leads 7-3 at a very, very close first quarter, or first half rather. First quarter completely owned by Carroll County, vice versa. Second quarter completely owned by Blacksburg. As the score shows it, only down 4.
Well, and as we talked about in the stats, as it ended up in the first half, I mean, it was as equal could be, except for the 4-point lead by Carroll County on the scoreboard.
So here we see the 3 amigos back there, Shelton, Hendricks, and McCoy. Back to return yet again. Shelton returned the only kickoff of the first half. Had a pretty good return at 21 yards. So let's see where they go with this kick, as this second half is just about to get underway. This is a different kicker for Carroll County. And it's a short one. Gonna land at the 20, and Hendricks is gonna let roll.
Oh, you gotta get on the ball.
And Hendricks is gonna let roll, and rolls dead. Huge mistake from Blacksburg High School as they let a kick bounce. And Carroll County takes over at the Blacksburg 15.
Oh, that's a rough mistake there, and I'm sure that Corbin wishes he had that back, on kickoffs, just for the audience, so that they know on a punt, you can let it roll. On a kickoff, if it doesn't touch anybody, then the kicking team has the opportunity to recover it if it hasn't touched anybody, as long as it's gone 10 yards. That's a terrible mistake on us there.
So any momentum that Blacksburg had goes to Carroll County as Lundy rolls to his left, fires to the end zone, and it is complete to Reese. Touchdown Carroll County, capitalizing immediately on the Blacksburg mistake.
Yeah, that's a tough break right there to start here in the second half. 12 seconds into the second half, and he finds his main target, Duncan Reese.
So that's going to put Carroll County up 13-3 pending the extra point. And a crucial mistake as the snap goes down and the kick is blocked. Great job there. Hendricks gets in and blocks the kick.
Yeah, I think Corbin's emotions are running high with Corbin right now. I think he's a little bit upset, and did a good job of coming back in and blocking that kick there.
So now it still remains a 2-score game. Carroll County 13, Blacksburg 3.
Well, Brian, in that particular situation, and I talked a little bit about the last time we were on the air, we all make mistakes, and those things happen, and while it's hard to do, you have to be able to put that mistake behind you, because the most important play is the next one. So you have to be able to put that behind you and move forward.
So back now for the Bruins is Grayson Shelton, Morgan McCoy, but now instead of Hendricks, it's Jake Verneal.
Jake Verneal. Looks like Morgan is going back to the deep back here.
So an interesting, after changing to kicker Hunter Hoback at defensive end for the first kickoff, that ended up well for Carroll County, but was not a great kick.
Right.
They're going back to kicker Chase Gomes.
Interesting.
So again, Carroll County up 13-3 after that mistake on the opening kickoff that was recovered by the Cavaliers. Gomes lines it up, and he drives it deep. That one goes into the end zone, and Blacksburg's going to take over at the 20.
Wow, that's a strong kick there by Mr. Golans.
So 11:48 to go. We are just 12 seconds into this first half. Carroll County already on the board. So it's going to be 13-3 Cavaliers.
That is definitely tough. It's sort of quietened this crowd down a lot.
And here we see Johnston coming back out. So looks like Isaac Johnston's going to stay at quarterback for now.
Yep, you have Bornstead out there at a receiver as well as Morgan McCoy. Looks like we're going with a two-set backfield with Corbin Hendricks at a fullback.
I formation, and it's going to be a play action. Johnston's looking, and he throws it to Bornstead. A sliding catch is made
good catch.
for first down. Great catch from Bornstead.
Great catch.
The throw was a little short. Bornstead had to come back for it. Still picks up 11 yards and a first down. Ball's going to be set at the 31.
Well, you know, this Blacksburg team's backs have been against the wall before, and they've responded, and that's what we're going to have to do right now.
So Johnson lines up. Only Grayson Shelton behind him. It's going to be a play action as Johnson rolls to his left, evading the pressure, and he can't get it away as he's going to be sacked for a big-time loss.
Yep, that's strung it out as long as he could. I don't think he wasn't able to get rid of the ball.
So that's going to be a big loss of 8 yards. 2nd and 18 for the Bruins, putting them back in quite a hole.
From the 23-yard line.
It might have gotten to the point that he was so far behind the line of scrimmage that he didn't think he could get it past.
Without getting a penalty.
So Johnson's going to line up under center, 2 men to his right. He's going to play fake, and Johnson's looking right. He gets hit as he throws deep to Bornstead, who's wide open. Bornstead is going to score across the 20, the 10. Big time throw.
Touchdown!
77 yards from Johnston to Bornstead. And Bruins, first touchdown of the game.
And you saw what happened there. We talked about it in the half game show. Basically, they ran a crossing route with Morgan McCoy and brought Bornstead across the middle. The middle was wide open. I knew Coach Johnson would pick up on it, and so great play there. Great strike by Johnson. Great catch by Bornstead, and gets us back in business here.
That it does, as Blacksburg's on the board, 13-9, pending the extra point. Remember, when they lined up for the field goal, it was a great save by Ethan Goforth, the holder. So we'll see if they can avoid such chaos this time. Snap is good. It snaps down, and the kick is
good.
over the field house good. The score now, Cavaliers 13, Bruins 10. 10:32 to go in this third quarter. They're scoring quickly here.
That was quick. That's quick. You know, the first quarter was maybe the longest quarter of football that I've been around, and this third quarter is starting out pretty quick for us. So this is exciting to see.
So again, a mistake on the opening kickoff of the second half. Corbin Hendricks lets it bounce instead of recovers. Carroll County scores quickly. Blacksburg comes out, digs itself in a little bit of hole, and on 2nd and 18, Johnston, Bornstead, 77 yards, touchdown.
Hey, you know, it's a great way for us to respond. You know, and we talked about it. Backs against the wall, you got to come out scrapping, and that's what they did, and they responded quick. So, you know, the great thing is we know that we can do it. We need to hold them here now on defensively, get the ball back and come back and score again.
So 10:32 in the third quarter as Carson Wise lines up his kick. So a big time pitch and catch from Johnson to Bornstead, scores for the Bruins. Wise approaches, and it's a high kick. It's going to land at about the 7. Trying to bounce it outside is the returners, and he is gobbled up. Goforth there on the tackle.
Great job by Goforth, staying at home, not letting him get outside, and Josh Fugit also in on the tackle there. See some emotion there out of these young men. That's what you want to see. They're ready to come back and fight here in the second half.
So 10.5 minutes to go in this third quarter, and the Cavaliers are going to take this possession at their own 17. So a good way to start the first actual drive.
That's right.
On defense for the Bruins. Great special teams play. So Connor Lundy, quarterback of the Cavaliers, is going to line up in the shotgun. He's got 2 men to each side.
Looks like Duncan Reese is going in motion out wide.
And they're going to hand it off on a sweep, and he is upended, but there's a flag on the field. It might be an illegal motion.
Yep, I think, you had Duncan Reese going out in motion, and then the wing back, Blankenship, was coming in motion. So you had 2 guys going in motion at the same time. That's where the penalty comes from there.
And remember, Carroll County and Blacksburg each called for 5 penalties in the first half.
Wow.
And so that's another 5-yard penalty, backs them up even more to their own 12.
Yep.
First and 15 for the Cavaliers.
Big Blacksburg had 5 penalties for 84 yards.
The majority of that coming on that.
On the fair catch, punt.
So 10:20 to go in the third quarter. Again, Cavaliers 13, Bruins 10.
Penalty is declined. It brings
like they declined it.
And it looks like Coach Chris is going to decline the penalty, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 now. Ball on the 17-yard line of the Cavaliers. Man in motion as Lundy rolls to his right. He's under some pressure, though, and is brought down. Big-time sack.
Great. That was number 72, Tyler Fiordi, in on the sack there. Looks like Wayne Myers had pressure on as well. We talked about that as well, and I think that's the key. We've got to get pressure on number 6.
So that's going to back them up to the 13, 3rd and 14. And that defensive line is making Coach Chris look like a genius for declining the penalty.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This will be, we got to come up with a big stop here. It's 9 minutes, 40 seconds going to third quarter. It's 3rd and 14 on their 13-yard line.
Shotgun for Lundy. Play clock's down to 2. Gets it off, he drops back to pass. Sets up a screen to Bowman. And Bowman's he's staying alive, but is gang tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Great job there from Blacksburg. It looks like Goforth.
Yep, Goforth came out with the ball, but I believe they had whistled him down. Great job by the defense staying at home there. The defensive lineman stayed at home and was there for that little screen pass, and once one of them hit, the rest of their buddies came and helped them.
So it's going to be another punt for Carroll County. Morgan McCoy back deep to return. And the punt is off and away. It's another short one. Lands at the 30. Takes a Carroll County hop this time, but goes out of bounds at the 37 of Carroll County. So good starting position for Blacksburg.
Great field position here. We've been fortunate with field position for the majority of tonight, and now we've got to take advantage of it here.
So Johnston in the huddle yet again as he remains at quarterback. 8:46 to go in this third quarter. Let's see if the Bruins can capitalize from a rather poor punt from the Cavaliers.
New formation for Blacksburg.
Bunch formation as Johnston drops back. He's under pressure, looking for McCoy. He has him at the 15. McCoy across the 5, diving for pylon.
He's got it.
Down Blacksburg. Big time hookup from Isaac Johnston to Morgan McCoy.
What a play. I mean, those two are best friends, and so I'm sure they throw a lot in the backyard, but Isaac just led him perfect, and Morgan never let up, ran, caught the ball. I wasn't sure he was going to get to the pylon, but he found a way to get to the pylon and get in the end zone.
So that gives Blacksburg its first lead of the game. 16-3, extra point pending. Big time pitch and catch yet again. Snap back, hold down. The extra point is through. Yet another one.
Over the field house.
Destroyed by Carson Wise, and these Blacksburg Bruins are hyped right now.
They are running on an emotional high. The fans are screaming and cheering. This is the type of atmosphere that you want here. 2 big strikes right there. I mean, quickly.
Not a lot of time of possession.
Nope.
But 14 points on the board.
But we get 14 points on the board, so we'll take that.
8:39 to go. That drive took all of 5 seconds.
Wow, the past 2 touchdown passes were beautiful plays.
The first one to Bornstedt. Bornstedt was pretty open. I mean, I would say by about 5 steps at least. Then he turned on the jets.
Yep.
No one was around. That was a great throw.
Oh, yeah.
Great throw towards the sideline. A little bit of coverage. And McCoy did his part as well.
He did his part. He found the way to the pylon. You know, I think the one in the first half, he was close to the end zone down there, so Morgan was definitely wanting to find the end zone this time.
So Carson Wise out to kick, and we see the students, they're going pretty crazy right now. Great to see as Wise lines up the kick. It's another sky end over end, lands at the 5. That's Bowman returning. Bowman's going to cross the 15 and it's going to get stopped short of the 20. Tackled at the 19. Good coverage from Blacksburg.
Great job there. Great job. Looks like Corbin Hendricks, Jake Verneal, Ethan Goforth, Josh Fugit in on the tackle there. I believe Grayson Shelton was in theirs too. The whole gang of them.
This Blacksburg, this entire team, this student section, it's running on an emotional high right now.
This is exciting. This is what you want to see. These kids have worked hard. Now, you know, it's a long ball game, so we've got to keep it going.
So Lundy's going to line up under center, man in motion, and they're going to hand it to Blankenship. He gets a little bit of a hole and across the 30.
Josh Blankenship.
Down at the 31. That's a first down for Cavaliers.
By Corbin Hendricks and
he's a pretty quick little running back.
Okay. As the win back that they had on motion, he caught it basically. He had the handoff basically in stride.
Yep.
And
you know, that's sort of the key to that offense when they do the running attack. You know, it's you want to be in full speed when you get that handoff there.
First down for the Cavaliers. A little bit of confusion as the play clock's at 5. Lundy under center. Gets the snap away as he's going to hand it up the middle. And there's a big hole again. Big hole for Kendall Edwards as he's out across the 50. 2 big runs in a row from Carroll County.
Wow.
He's tackled by
that time they
Goforth.
same basic play as Blankenship came around, but it was fake to Blankenship, gave him right to the fullback Edwards. Takes it up the field for 20 yards.
Good hard run. You know, just goes to show you Carroll County's not quitting either. They're going to continue fighting for the entire end of the game.
7:44 to go. Blacksburg 17, Carroll County 13, but the Cavaliers are driving. Shotgun snap is dropped from Lundy, and he falls on it at the 50. The snap was a little bit short. You could tell it took Lundy by surprise. He couldn't control it, and that's going to be a little bit of a mistake there.
Yeah, that is. You know, sometimes all it takes is one thing to change that momentum a little bit, and you know, that would have been a huge turnover for us if we could have found a way to get that ball.
So 2nd and 13 now. Ball at the 50 for Carroll County as Lundy lines up under center. He's got one man in the backfield. Now Blankenship comes in motion. They give it to him again off guard, and that one, nothing doing. Stopped by about the entire left side of the Blacksburg defense.
They snuffed that one out pretty good. It looked like Brett Palmer was the first one in there for the initial contact, and then Tyler Fiorda as well.
So 3rd and 13 from the 50 for the Cavaliers. Ball spotted in between the 49 and the 50. So this is a big 3rd down.
Looks like his main target's coming back. I would watch number 17 here, Duncan Reese, or also number 29. They like to run a little wheel route. They'll double cover here, but then they like to run this wheel route with their wing back.
Delay of game penalty against the Cavaliers.
And they're going to call it delay of game, but it looks like they got a timeout just in time. Carroll County did. A little bit of confusion, and that could be attributed from the crowd noise right here, which is raucous.
Oh yeah, that's exactly right. It could be.
A little bit of miscommunication.
Well,
they
understand how important this down is for them. It's important for both teams here, you know, because the momentum can shift either way. And you know, if this defense can come up with a way to get a stop here, and then we get the ball it would be good for the Bruins here. But right now, Carroll was moving the ball down the field, and then that drop snap, at the shotgun position, it sort of changed things a little bit for them. And it's bringing up 3rd and 12.
And last time out, Blacksburg had Duncan Reese bracketed in double coverage. It looks like they're going to do that again. Morgan McCoy's going to be the corner with safety help over the top coming from Goforth.
Yep.
So shotgun snap is low for Lundy as he rolls left. Looking left all the way, and that pass is dropped by Bowman. That didn't look like it would have been a first down anyway. It would have been close.
It would have been
That's
close.
going to bring 4th down for Cavaliers. Big stop for Blacksburg.
Yeah.
12 yards to go.
So 4th down and 12. Ball just on the opponent's side of the 50 at the Cavalier 49.
For the punt.
Comes their punt formation. They spread their entire line out across the field.
Spread their entire line out with a group of 3 as a punt protection wedge. Blacksburg brings no pressure though, as this punt is deep, and McCoy backs away from it, playing a tempting fake a little bit there as it's going to roll dead at about the 5.
Yeah, that's a very good punt there. Sort of pins us in deep in the hole there. I can't tell if it's on the 5. It's very close to the 5, isn't it? Yep, that's exactly what it is, 5-yard line.
So 1st and 10, Blacksburg has it at the 4-yard line is what our video board says, or our scoreboard says. 6 minutes, 6 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. Blacksburg up 17-13 on Carroll County. Blacksburg scoring 2 touchdowns this half on big-time strikes, one to Bornstead and one to McCoy. Johnson lines up under center. He's going to hand the ball off.
Johnson hands off.
We were fortunate there. It looks like
Ball carriers Corbin Hendricks.
Josh Fugit at the tailback position sort of moved just a little bit, and we were fortunate to get away with not having a penalty called on that particular play. And I'm sure that the nerves are running high with Josh. First time, on the varsity field and at the tailback position. He's had a couple really good runs in there.
So that was a gain of 4 from Hendricks. Good, tough sledding. 2nd down and 6. Johnson lines up under center. He's going to drop back to pass. He's looking for Bornstead deep. And the pass is incomplete. It was long. There was some contact from quarterback and receiver, but they're going to say that was uncatchable.
Yeah, and the number 5 for Carroll County did a great job. Blake Dalton in coverage there. He had turned his back and almost screened Bornstead to keep him from coming. And Bornstead out height-wise, he's about 8 inches taller than Mr. Dalton, and sometimes it's just like in basketball, you got to box out to be able to keep him away from it, and he did a good job there.
So a 3rd down and 6 for Blacksburg. Johnson under center. 2 guys behind him are Hendricks and Fugit. And the handoff goes to Fugit. He breaks a tackle, but it doesn't look like he's going to make it to the 1st down. And it's going to bring up 4th down. That's a gain of about 2.
Bring out Carson Wise here, and we talked about it before. Carson's a weapon. Hopefully he can get a good punt off here and get him on down the field.
So this is going to be punting. Carson Wise is going to be standing with his heels on his own goal line. So an interesting situation as Carroll County looks like they're going to send everyone.
That's a tough position for your snapper as well as your punter there.
So 4th down, snap goes back is good, and Wise drills one. Lands at the 40, but keeps bouncing. Another great roll as it goes dead at the 34-yard line of the Cavaliers. Great punt.
He did a good job there. He had to get it away quick because they were bringing pressure. And the one thing that I saw number 41 for Blacksburg, Noah Payton come into the game there, and I hadn't thought about it. Normally Joe Lucas is the up-back blocker there at the punt, and with him being out, they had to bring in someone new. They did a good job of being able to get the punt away, and that's a great punt.
And while they always haven't been the highest of punts hang time wise, they've gotten tons of rolls.
Yeah, great rolls. I mean, they've hit, and and they're moving on pretty fast down the field.
So 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bruins up 17-13. Lundy gets a snap and rolls right. Evades some pressure. He's going to throw deep. He's got a man. And it goes through the hands of Bornstedt as he looked like he had a pick there, but it goes through his hands. Ball falls incomplete.
That was close. He almost had it there. And, as the one with Corbin Hendricks earlier in the game, that could have been a pick six as well.
Interesting decision from a veteran quarterback in Lundy there. He's rolling to his right, throws back across his body,
yeah.
looking for Underwood.
Second down and 10
Yeah, sometimes that can get you into trouble.
But avoiding any danger was that play as Lundy lines up under center. He's going to hand it off to the fullback, who is stopped immediately.
Wow, that's Adam Payton.
Ooh, big time stick there on the fullback, Edwards.
He lost a yard or two there.
Edwards stopped by Adam Payton.
So a 2-yard loss leads to a third down situation again for the Cavaliers.
Lost a yard on that play. Brings up
You think that the big boys on the line were upset with the 2 big runs early this half?
I would say so. Just got a report in, Brian. Patrick Henry is taking the lead on Pulaski now, 21-14.
Wow. So a 3rd and 11. Lundy drops back to pass, and it is broken up. Great play there from Zach Tresser.
Great play from the inside backer. I mean, that's your main responsibility there. That's the little pop pass and or tight end dump, and he was waiting on it. They hadn't ran it all night, but he knew where he needed to be. Great job.
So that's going to be another 4th down. Another great stand from Blacksburg. That's going to be 4th and 11.
To receive the punt.
Chase Goins into punt. The snap is up and over his head. Can Goins get it off? And he does.
Punt is away.
And the punt is caught by a very up back.
Taken by Drew Connor.
That's Drew Connor, who is actually on the punt block team.
Yeah.
And he gets across the Cavaliers' 39-yard line.
Great field position here. Great field position.
And that was actually a great job from the punter Goins. That ball was over his head. He corrals it like a receiver, turns around and just gets it away as fast as he could.
I don't know how he did it. And Chase Goins, I was looking here. He's only a sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
Good. He's had some good kicks tonight.
Bruins take over at the 38-yard
So
line.
the Bruins are going to set up shop at the 38-yard line of the Cavaliers, leading 17-13. Johnston under center. Play fake to Hendricks, and Johnston's looking. He's running out of time and brought down. That's going to be a sack from the blind side. Never saw it coming.
Yeah, they slid in. It looked like they were almost untouched, to be honest. He had a lot of pressure coming at him that time.
So a big loss on 1st down. It looked like they were going to the well again. Looking deep for Bornstedt.
Well, if it's not broke, you don't have to fix it. So keep it going. And a touchdown here would do a lot of damage to Carroll.
So Johnston in the shotgun. One man to his left, which is Bornstedt. Flag, though, is on the field. Let's see if Blacksburg's not helping their case. Yeah, they're going to say a false start from Blacksburg.
Looks like they're calling it on the.
That'll back the ball up another 5 yards.
I see Brett Palmer with his hands here. It looks like it could be on the center. It's interesting.
So a 2nd down and a country mile now. 2nd and 24. Johnson in the shotgun. Snap back. He's looking. He's looking deep over the middle. He's got Hale across the 40. His momentum's going to be stopped at about the 37. Good pitch and catch. Johnson's in a rhythm.
Great job there. Good catch by Jack Hale going across the middle, because he knew he was going to get hit, and did a great job to hold on there and move the ball down the field. That gives you a more manageable 3rd down. It's 3rd and 9 at this point.
So that cuts the deficit of yardage in half, over half. So it's 3rd and 9, which is under the arm of Johnson. That's pretty manageable.
Oh yes, it is.
He's going to line up in the shotgun. He's got Vermeil and McCoy to his right, Bornstedt to his left. Hendricks the deep back.
That middle is still wide open.
Shotgun snap. He's going to have to step up, and there was big pressure as Carroll County brought blitz. sacked
Kendall Edwards.
by Kendall Edwards.
Looks like we'll punt here and play field position. I think it's a very smart decision. You know, we've won the battle here with field position. We don't want to do anything crazy to give that up.
And Brad, it has to be tasking on some of your offensive linemen. You throw deep, it's a little bit slower developing, so opens you up to some pass rushers.
It does.
As Carson Wise on to punt. Snap good, punts away. It's a high one, and it's waved off and bounces toward the goal line. Blacksburg can't quite get there.
Wow, that was close. That was really close.
Did he? It looked like he signaled fair catch and then ran away from it.
Then ran away, yeah.
So
and
it's interesting, the no call there.
Well, that was close. Carson almost got it to go out the corner before it got to the pylon. It was close.
That bounced. It might have touched the pylon. It was that close.
Yes, it was close.
And so Carroll County's going to set up at the 20. Brad, you were saying
it's still, still good field position. For us to maintain. They're on the 20, so it's okay.
As Lundy's going to line up under center. And he's going to hand it to Blankenship, who hits a hole up the middle. He's across the 30, and he's going to go out for a big gain across the 45. That's a 20-yard run, and instead of Blankenship, it was Underwood.
Underwood, yeah. Underwood's the one who scored a touchdown earlier in the game that had went out a little bit with his leg hurting. It looks to me like his leg's fine right now.
He showed some speed on that one, and Brad, with two guys blanketing Duncan Reese, does that open up the middle of the field just a little bit for this rushing attack?
Well, I think it probably does a little bit, because you have two of your better tacklers and Goforth and McCoy out there.
So a minute 30 left in this third quarter. Blankenship in motion, but they're going to hand it to the up back, which is Edwards, and he's going to get out across the 50 to the 49, gain of about 5.
Yeah, it looks like number 72, Tyler Fiordi, in on that tackle.
Check that. They're going to say second and 6. So he picked up 4. Blacksburg's defense maybe a little fatigued right now. As Lundy lines up under center. His big target isn't in. Underwood in motion. They hand it to him running up the middle. And that one stopped. Big time play there.
Tyler
Fiorda. From Fiorda again. He's been there consistently.
Looks like a penalty flag's down back here. Didn't see what happened, so I'm not real sure.
That one was thrown from the back judge, so it'll be interesting the call here. They're pointing Blacksburg's way, though. And it looks like they're going to call a
personal foul on the part of the Bruins.
A dead ball personal foul on the Bruins.
Oh.
Maybe a little extracurriculars. A little touchy, so it seems, but that's going to pick up an extra 15. And instead of a third and 7, it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Carroll County at the Blacksburg 34.
That's a costly penalty right there.
So Lundy's going to line up under center. His man, Duncan Reese, split out left. He's going to hand it to the up back, Edwards again, who dives forward for about 2 yards.
Tackled by John Hale.
There's a tackle by John Hale. We're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Blacksburg High School Football on ESPN Radio AM 1430, WKEX Blacksburg, W231BC Christiansburg, and Classic Hits 101.3 WZFM Narrows. And so that's going to take us down, actually, to the end of quarter number 3. Blacksburg up 17-13, but Carroll County driving. You're listening to Blacksburg High School Football on ESPN Blacksburg AM 1430, FM 94.1, and Classic Hits 101.3.
Come see what Blacksburg Parks and Recreation can do for you. Check out our website or give us a call for more information.
And welcome back to Blacksburg, and welcome back to David Christ Field here in Blacksburg as the Bruins up 17-13. Thanks for joining us here at the start of the fourth quarter. My name is Brian Marcolini, and beside me is Brad Epperly. Brad, two big-time plays, two big-time throws from Isaac Johnston. 14 points in the third quarter for Blacksburg.
Well, very good plays here in the third quarter. The third quarter went well. Carroll County's driving on us right now. We're definitely missing Joe Lucas out there on our defensive side. Joe was able to get some penetration in, and unfortunate, Joe's down on the sideline now with crutches. It appears that they have his knee wrapped up. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, because we definitely need that young man back in the lineup to help this team be successful.
So Carroll County ball at the 31. They're going to hand it off up the middle to Edwards again, and that one is stopped. He's trying to fight his way back, but nothing doing. That's a no-gainer.
It's definitely getting a little chippy out there. Both teams are, they don't want to lose. And the whistle's off, too, a little bit late and getting blown, too, It's going to be a battle. This fourth quarter is going to be a battle.
Yeah, it was. At that time, we saw Wayne Myers kind of jump on top of the pile. There's no whistle yet, but
50-50
after momentum might have stopped. But that's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 for Carroll County. They hand it off to Blankenship on a sweep. He turns the corner and he's going to be close to a first down, but he doesn't pick it up, or so the spot says right now.
Yeah, it looks like he's about a yard short. Fourth down brings up fourth down. I think you see this Carroll County team go for this. This is a big play.
So it's
for both programs.
So it's going to be a fourth down and 2 yards to go. Ball's on the 25-yard line. They need to get to the 23. Cavaliers come out in a tight formation. One man in the backfield. Blankenship in motion. No one bites as it looks like they were trying to draw Blacksburg off sides. Great discipline by the Bruins, and Carroll County calls timeout.
They mixed the Bruin defense mixed it up. They've been double covering 17, and they brought Duncan Reese in, thinking that the Bruins were going to go double cover. The double coverage went off. Go Force stayed out with Reese. McCoy comes back inside, and I think it sort of messed their plans up a little bit.
Again, great plays there. Great pre-snap discipline and great pre-snap adjustments by that Blacksburg defense. And now it's a big-time fourth down. And if you're Carroll County, it looks like you're going for it again.
Yeah, I think at this point you're on the 25-yard line. You almost have to go for it here. It's if their field goal kicker doesn't kick as deep as what they would like, you almost have to at that point.
So it's going to be a 4th and 2 now, and Carroll County's going to line up. Blankenship in motion. They're going to hand it to the up-back Lewis. He's initially stopped, and it's going to be close. It depends on the spot. He lunged forward. The fullback did. Edwards. Jacob Keith there on the tackle. Will they measure?
I think it's going to be close enough for a measurement.
It looked like he was across just barely on the second effort.
I think he might be just a little bit short.
Gonna have an official measurement.
We'll find out. They're measuring at this point.
So 10:28 to go in this game. Did Carroll County convert? It's close. And Blacksburg stuffed him.
That couldn't have been by more than about 2 inches. Wow, what a turn of events here.
Big time play there from the Blacksburg defense, taking over on downs.
What a turn of events. Now, we've got to go back and we've got to score here. We have to score here because you can look over at that Carroll County sideline and their emotion just went down.
A big turn of momentum for Blacksburg. So Johnston's going to come back in the game at quarterback. He's in the shotgun. Hendricks beside him. And the snap's going to be a draw to Hendricks as he tries to run up the middle. He might get a yard, if that, stopped by the line.
Wow. You know, I just looked there on that defensive play. They have 2 defensive secondary guys back, and they have 9 up in the box right there on that play.
Hendricks tackled by Daniel Wolford.
Tackled there by defensive end Daniel Wolford. It's going to be officially a gain of 2. A little bit of a generous spot. Second down for the Bruins.
Yeah, still able to get 2. Looks like Fugit and Jake Verneel going in.
This is their bigger package as McCoy and Goforth come out. So just one man split out, and that's to Johnston's right. But he's going to drop back to pass. He's under pressure, and he's rolling left. He's running out of time. He tries to turn the corner. Can he? He can! He gets past the line of scrimmage, and he's going to pick up a first down on the scramble. What a game there by Isaac Johnston.
That was a great job. I mean, yeah, Isaac showed some speed right there. You know, it was funny. I mean, he was running right for the sideline. Then he hit the corner and was able to come up and pull out a first down there.
And we saw 2 possessions ago, he did a play very similar, rolling to his same side. Couldn't get it off, was sacked. That time, big time scramble. 1st and 10 at the 38 now for Blacksburg. A tight formation to Johnston's right. He drops back, he rolls right. Fires out to Hendricks, caught. He cuts back in the middle. He breaks a tackle, gets a first down and more. He's not going down. He can't be put down. He's down right around the Carroll County 40.
Great job there, finding Corbin Hendricks in space and then Corbin doing his job after he caught the ball.
So that's going to be another big first down for Blacksburg as the ball comes all the way down to the Carroll County 39.
He was not going to be denied on that particular
It took
play.
about 9.5 of the Cavaliers' 11 guys to bring it down. So here they come again. Johnston's going to line up under center. Fugit is going to be the lone back behind him. And he's going to be a quick drop, and Johnston's under center. He fumbles, but they're going to call that an incomplete pass. And if it's an incomplete pass, we should expect a intentional grounding call here.
Yeah, I would think so, because he didn't make it back to the...
Johnston was tackled by...
They're going to say that he was actually down, and they're going to, on the sack, a loss of 12.
Okay.
So no pass, no fumble.
Lucky there. Very lucky.
Very rarely you call a sack of a 12-yard loss lucky, but that one was.
That one was lucky.
22 yards to go from the 50-yard
So
line.
8:14 to go in this 4th quarter. Bruins up 17-13.
You know, we've had a couple breaks go our way, and sometimes you need those breaks.
As Blacksburg couldn't get the playoff. They don't call a timeout, however, and it's delay of game, backing them up now to a 2nd and 29 situation.
I was just glad they wasn't going back to instant replay on that.
So 8 minutes to go now, 4th quarter. Blacksburg up 17-13, 2nd and 27 for the Bruins. Johnson's going to fake the pitch under duress. He breaks a tackle. Can he go? He turns the corner, crosses the 50, and is down. Another good scramble there from Isaac Johnston.
Yeah.
Gets tackled at the 42-yard line of the Cavaliers.
Isaac's going to end up leading the team in rushing, just by some of those scrambles like that. He did a good job to be able to get away just to get as many yards as he did.
He's
still makes a 3rd down, manageable. I mean, it's 3rd and about 14, so I mean, it's still manageable.
3rd and 14 here. He's been under pressure all day. Even on the touchdowns, he's been hit.
Yes.
But he's going to line up under center yet again. McCoy and Goforth to his right, Bornstedt to his left. Drops back, he's looking right. Can't get the pass. Barely gets the pass away. It was a shot put while being hit.
Yeah.
Incomplete. I guess you could say the pass was intended for Hale, but no one was coming up with that one.
No, I mean, they're just sending the house. I mean, they are sending everybody, and that's a tough position for a quarterback to be in.
So 4th and 14, they're going to obviously send out the punt squad here. Ball's on the Cavaliers 42. The referees are having a little bit of a conversation, as it looks like they're going to send Brett Palmer out of the game. Interesting here. I wonder if we're going to see him back at all. Snap goes back to Wise as he boots one, and that's fair caught by Bowman at the 15-yard line. So good punt there from Wise yet again.
Good punt. 7 minutes to go, 7:11 to go. 17-13 Bruin lead.
That's a first down for the Cavaliers.
So we see Palmer get back out on the field there. I wonder, there's a situation with the officials. It's going to be very interesting. I wonder if there's a story to come of that later.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I don't. The helmet rule's in, and I don't know. Maybe his helmet popped loose or something along those lines. I didn't see exactly what happened.
So a 1st and 10 for the Cavaliers, ball at their own 14. The snap goes back. They're going to hand to Blankenship on the sweep, and gains a yard, if that. Good run defense from the Bruins.
Blacksburg defense has done a good job right there.
It'll be interesting to see, though, Brad. Are they going to try to sucker the Bruins into a play fake?
Yeah, you have to be careful. You know they have their big target, Duncan Reese, and he's been somewhat quiet here in the second half.
No catches this half.
Yeah, so we have to be cautious of him.
Really, no catches since he's 2 for 65 in the first quarter.
That's right.
So great job there from Blacksburg defense.
Yeah, it looks like we got a Carroll County player down. Can't tell exactly who it is.
Yeah, there is a Carroll County player down that they're attending to.
Wow, what a game. 7 minutes, 9 seconds to go.
And so, through 3 quarters, Isaac Johnston, 13 of 25, 267 and 2 scores.
Wow.
That's impressive.
That is impressive. And, he also had 32 yards rushing.
And that's even before the 2 scrambles this quarter.
Caleb Bornstead, 5 receptions for 153 yards. 1 touchdown. Morgan McCoy's had 5 for 82 yards.
I think it's safe to say that this quarterback situation has worked out for the Bruins.
Well,
twofold.
Yeah, Caleb's such a great athlete. It opens up a lot of different things for this offensive team. And like we had said before, though, you're in a really good position when you have 2 kids such as Isaac and Caleb that are going out and playing, and both of them are so talented. It just makes your team better. It makes your whole team better.
And so the player for Carroll County is still down. They're helping him up now.
Looks like it's number 3. That's the fullback.
Number 3, the fullback, Kendall Edwards, and he's being helped off, not putting any pressure on his right leg.
Yeah, that will be that'll be a hard loss for that team. That he is a very good running back, but more importantly than on the offensive side of the ball, he is one of their main defensive players on them. He's leading their team right now with 5 tackles in the game.
And obviously we wish the best for Kendall.
Yes.
2nd down and 8 now for the Cavaliers in their own 16. Lundy's going to line up in the shotgun. And they're going to try to fake it around to Underwood again, and he is bottled up. That was a little bit extra motion as they tried to...
It was sort of like an extra counter there coming back through.
But again, so that's going to be a 3rd and 8. No gain for the Cavaliers, still operating on their own 16.
Blacksburg has done a very good job of staying at home and maintaining their responsibility. And in order to be successful again against a wing T or a single wing offense, you have to do that. You can't be the hero. You have to maintain your position. 11 people have 11 responsibilities.
So shotgun snap for Lundy. He's looking, and it's almost picked off by Goforth. That was, he jumped the seam there as there was no Cavalier around.
Yep, a little bit of miscommunication, I believe, on the quarterback, Lundy and Duncan Reese there. He sort of threw that in as a post route, and Duncan Reese was running the fly. Very close for Goforth. He almost picked that one off.
So 4th down and 7, they're going to send Goins out to punt again. Snap is low, but he handles it, gets a punt off. That's high but short as McCoy calls for a fair catch at the 45 of Carroll County. Another good starting point for Blacksburg.
Yep, very good field position. You know, I don't know what we'll see here. I don't know if we'll try to run the ball a little bit or if we're going to pass. Obviously you want to use a little bit of the clock here, but you also want to try to score. And with the pressure that Isaac has been under, you got to try something. And I'm not so sure. As I said at halftime, some type of a little screen pass might not be the kicker here.
So 1st down and 10 for Blacksburg, up 17-13 with 6 minutes to go in the game. Johnston hands it off to Hendricks up the middle. He is stopped almost immediately for a gain of maybe 1.
Yeah, I look for Coach Johnson, Coach Chris to look at, Kendall Edwards was sort of their strong outside backer. Looks like number 41 is in for him, Joey Rotella. I look for Blacksburg to sort of go right at him here on this particular play.
And here we see their big formation in again for Neal and Shelton come in. McCoy and Goforth out. Bunches to the left for Johnston. Drops back to pass, looking left, and that one's overthrown over the head of Hendricks in the flat. Well covered there from the replacement Rotella.
It was. Well, they are getting a lot of pressure in there.
So 3rd down and 9. 5 minutes, 39 seconds to go in the game. It's been interesting to me, Brad. We haven't seen more shotgun.
Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking the same thing, just to give Isaac a little bit extra time.
But here he is, I formation again. 2 wide receivers to his left. And they're going to toss it out to Shelton. Shelton had a corner for a moment, but was stopped by a wall of Cavaliers. Only going to pick up about 2. So that's going to bring up another 4th down and another punt for Carson Wise.
Well, the good thing is the clock's running here. It's probably a smart play call there, just to keep the clock running.
And with an offense such as yours, should Carroll County score, you can score in quick bursts.
And hopefully.
So snap back for Wise as he sends a spiraling one. Might have kicked that one. Oh, it bounces back. What a great punt. I was about to say he kicked it a little too far. He showed me. He proved me wrong.
Great punt. He just set it right down.
That one's down at the 4. What a punt from Wise.
That was a great punt. I mean, it just hit the turf and it just died right there.
So 4:54 left in the game. Bruins lead 17-13, and the Cavaliers have the entire length of the field to go to try to take the lead. They're going to start at their own 4.
It's still a lot of time left in this game.
So Lundy in the shotgun. Takes a snap back, looking to his left, and that one's dropped, looking for Dalton. Went right through his hands.
It's a good throw. Lundy hit him right in stride, but just couldn't quite pull it in.
So 2nd down and 10. 4:51, that only milked about 3 seconds off the clock.
Just got a report in, start of the 4th quarter for Christiansburg. They are still beating Bassett 27-7.
2nd down and 10 for Carroll County at the 4. Lundy drops back to pass, and that one's batted down at the line. Great job there by Fiorda again.
Yep. Fiorda has had a great night. Joe Lucas went out with an injury, and it seemed like it's opened up something for Fiorda here. And I tell you what, he's really taken advantage of his opportunity in there.
So 3rd down and 10 for the Cavaliers at their own 4. Shotgun, the snap's low. He rolls to his left, tries to float one out, and that one's complete. Out across the 20 to about the 22. That one landed in the arms of Blankenship, his running back.
Yeah, he's had sort of like that little circle route. I'd seen that before, and they haven't had a chance to connect on it in this game until just then.
So that's going to be a 1st down and a gain of 15 for the Cavaliers.
I think that the clock continued running, and I believe he went out of bounds, so they're probably going to end up having to put a few more seconds back on the clock.
Yeah, the officials conferencing right now.
Yeah. Carroll County wants to have all the seconds on that clock that they can.
And it looks like they're about to put 6 seconds back on the clock to make it 4 minutes, 31 seconds left now.
Yeah.
And interesting, it's actually 4:30. Interesting, Brad, it's a little bit of a different story from the first half. Carroll County only has 1 timeout. Blacksburg has all 3.
They have all of theirs, that's right.
And it actually was 6. We were right the first time.
Yep. You called it, Brian.
First and 10 for Carroll County. They're at their own 21.
Oh, no, it was a lot more. It was 4:46. They had it 16 to it.
Oh, wow. Snap back to Lundy. It's low. He's pressured, trying to buy some time. He's going to tuck it and run. Takes the corner, gets the 1st down, and is going to get out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. Good scramble there. Fiorda had him in his arms, but couldn't hold on.
Had him in the backfield.
Tyler Fiorda, he has been everywhere tonight.
Yes, he has. He's had an exceptional game tonight. Exceptional game.
So 1st and 10, Carroll County now has the ball at the 35.
Yeah, we've got to try to hold them here.
4 minutes, 36 seconds left.
There's a double coverage back to Duncan Reese.
Lundy under center. Blankenship comes in motion, and they hand it off to him. That's going to gain about 3 and keep the clock moving.
Yeah, good job by Zach Tresser there stepping up.
It was a good job by
Fiorda
again. Getting low, getting at the feet of Blankenship. Or excuse me, Underwood. So the clock's running. It's going to tick down to about 4 minutes left in the game. 2nd and 7 for the Cavaliers.
Bruins up 17-13.
17-13. Cavaliers trying to answer. Shotgun snap for Lundy. He's looking, and it's caught in the middle of the field. Clock's going to keep moving. 3rd down now.
A little bit short of the 1st down marker.
That one was caught by Bowman.
Bring up 3rd down.
So it's going to be 3rd and short, 3rd and about 1. Clock now ticking at 3:37.
You know, you think about this, Brian. The missed extra point could come in to be crucial here in this play.
The blocked extra point by Corbin Keith.
That's right. That's right.
So 3rd and 1. Blacksburg up 17-13. Carroll County trying to pick up this 3rd down. Lundy in the shotgun. Snap back. He's going to roll right. He's under pressure. He steps up and avoids the rush, and he's going to pick up the 1st down as he's tackled by Tresser. That's another time the Blacksburg defensive line had them in the backfield, couldn't quite bring him down, and Lundy just running for his life, basically.
He is, you know. I mean, he's a seasoned quarterback, though. I mean, he's a senior. And, you know, he's a good-sized young man. He's 6'4", 195 pounds, and can run pretty well. He knew where that 1st down marker was, and he was going to lead. He's the leader of this football team, and he was going to lead them.
So the clock under 3 minutes now. Blacksburg still up by 4. Lundy drops back, dumps it off to Underwood. Underwood dives for another 1st down across the 40 to the Blacksburg 39. Clock stops at 2:45. They're moving the ball now. They've got a little bit of a rhythm.
They are. 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go.
So clock starts now. Tick, 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 ticking. Bruins up 17-13.
I don't know if I can handle another close game like this.
I hope everyone at home called their doctor because they might have some heart situations. As that one's going to be handed off up the middle. That was to Blake Dalton, and he's tackled after a gain of about 4.
Gain of 5. The clock's still ticking.
So the clock is at 2 minutes right now. Blacksburg up.
Brings up second down, 5 to go.
17-13. Carroll County trying to answer, trying to come back as it's under 2 minutes here at the 35. Lundy drops back to pass, and he's hits his receiver Bowman, but is immediately tackled by Vernil.
Yep, Jake Vernil. That was a good stick there. Brings up third down again.
Third down and short again, and the clock is keeping running. We only have 90 seconds left in this game.
They only have 1 timeout.
Remember, you had to use 2 timeouts early in this half in the third quarter. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go. 3rd and 1. Ball's at the Bruins 31.
Here comes Duncan Reese over to the side. They're going to double coverage with McCoy up tight and go for it back deep.
And it looks like there's going to be a false start. Some motion as the center did not snap the ball in time. Lundy looks a little frustrated.
Yeah, that could be costly. Goes from a 3rd and 1 back to 3rd and 6.
Pushes them back 5 yards.
Third down and 6 to go.
Now it's going to be 3rd and 6 from the 36. Again, Blacksburg up 17-13. The cardiac kids, it seems, this season.
The other thing is the clock starts running now, so that it's more seconds going off of that clock.
So 1 minute now to go in this game. Lundy takes the snap, rolls to his left, trying to buy some time. Can't find anyone open. Throws it deep. He has a man, and that's dropped by Duncan Reese.
Ethan Goforth came in with just enough to get a fingertip on the ball to disrupt it enough. And great defensive play there. That double coverage is working.
So, again, Goforth gets just a hand on it, just enough. 4th down and 6. 50 seconds to go. The clock is stopped there on the incompletion.
This play could be the game right here. The crowd's getting into it.
The crowd's into it. The Cavaliers are moving from the left to the right, so they're going right into the student section. Play clock's down at 7. They haven't even set yet. And Carroll County's going to call a timeout. And that Blacksburg defense is excited.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is it Carroll County or Blacksburg?
Oh, Blacksburg took the timeout.
Blacksburg called the timeout.
Seemed like they may have bailed the Cavaliers out just a little bit there.
I guess they wanted to make sure they had everything sort of in order here.
As this play could be the game. It's a 4th and 6.
Yeah, could be.
Up 4. You can't afford any mistakes.
That's right. 50 seconds to go. 4th and 6 on the 36 going in.
So this could be the last chance for the Cavaliers, as the Bruins have held thus far.
They have, it seems like it always comes down to right here at the end. Blacksburg had so many games last year to where it was right at the end that determined who won and who lost. And unfortunately, we were on the losing end of the stick many times last year. And then, we start out the season this year at Giles and just lose a heartbreaker there. For these kids and the coaches' sakes and these fans, they deserve to get a little break here and be able to get in the win column. This is going to be a big down.
So it's 4th and 6 from the 36 of the Bruins. Cavaliers have the ball. Connor Lundy in the shotgun. His crowd is going crazy. Snap back to Lundy. Looking over the middle. And that one is dropped. He shorted it. And incomplete. The Blacksburg offense takes over.
Wow, big time play there. He was open. He just couldn't get the ball to him. He had some pressure coming, and he sort of threw it a little bit short. What a break for the Bruins.
One of the things that could have been the game there was a defensive lineman. I couldn't see who it was. Might have been Adam Payton. He just arms both up. He had to float it over.
Yep.
And couldn't quite get there. Bruins going to call a timeout.
You know, Adam Payton, he's a good-sized young man, 6'5" coming in there, and then you know you got Tyler Fiorda, who's also 6'1" and has a long wingspan, and you know it just causes some havoc there. 45 seconds to go. You know, Carroll can stop the clock one time. They have one timeout remaining. You know, biggest thing that Blacksburg's got to do right here is get the snap off, secure the football, don't put it on the ground.
So it's basically it's about three kneels and it's over.
Yeah, actually, you know, it's 45 seconds, so they can stop the clock once. So yeah, 3. That's right.
So they just want to make sure everything is in order here as Blacksburg took this timeout, trying to get back on the field. So 45 seconds, Blacksburg up 17-13.
That's exciting. You know, I just see Morgan McCoy and Ethan Goforth come off the field hugging each other, and you know, those kids have worked hard, and they deserve something like this.
And so Johnston's just going to take a knee, and Carroll County's going to call their last timeout. Anything can happen, and it's going to be, the clock's going to stop here, hopefully for the last time for all Bruins fans out there. That's at 42 seconds.
42 seconds. So you know that's going to bring up a second down. So it looks like they'll be able to cash it out here.
What a game though for these Bruins.
Oh yeah.
What a game.
Well, you know, you start off the second half with what happened. I mean, you put yourself in such a hole. You know, it's 13-3 like that. I mean, what was it? 12 seconds into the second half, and but you know, as we talked about it, their backs have been against the wall. You know, a lot of these losses, and I try to tell my kids, and many times, you know, I always like to win.
Right.
But you can learn a lot from a loss, and you know, you can tell that these kids have learned to just find a way to fight through it. You know, when their backs are against the wall, and it proves it tonight.
And Johnson just takes a knee there. And this clock, they're going to have to kneel it one more time as the clock ticks down 20 seconds. You can hear the students chanting. This is a big-time win for a program on the rise.
Well, it is, and you know what's important is when you get the crowd out here, you want to be able to win. You want to be able to bring them back, and this Bruin football team has been able to do that tonight. And you know, hopefully next Friday night when we play Radford, this crowd will be out here supporting them again.
Final score: the Bruins 17, the Cavaliers 13.
So the final score here as Blacksburg wins it. 17-13 over Carroll County. We're gonna step aside for a quick break and come back with a stats review. You're listening to Blacksburg High School Football on ESPN Blacksburg, AM 1430, FM 94.1, and Classic Hits 101.3.